And good afternoon, everybody. This is Rebel Gaming coming to you live. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Thank you very much for showing up. And we are going to go live here this evening. I appreciate everybody that is popping in for the very first time. We have a couple of things on our agenda today to we've already talked about quite a bit as far as the game goes. So, I'm very excited about what's going on just because of the electric in the air. We talked about recently about a couple of things, and those things being, what does World of Warcraft hold in store for us in the near future? And that would be simply this: get ready, it's coming, because it's going to be a huge deal. Especially with mobile coming out, it's definitely something not to shake about there. But before we get started, I'm going to show the intro one more time so you can get a couple of information on how to follow and subscribe. We'll be right back. There we go. You guys didn't hear any of that. I was talking this whole time and my microphone was off. So I apologize for the viewers that are just now tuning in. So let's recap of what I was talking about before I realized I was muted. Okay, so here's what's going down. Last week we talked about, World of Warcraft going on mobile, Xbox, some of the other hot topics with the Activision Blizzard acquisition and everything. I'm expecting to see World of Warcraft on Xbox by the end of 2023 towards the end. And I honestly see that coming to fruition by the end of 2023. The reason why I say this is because Phil Spencer has stated he wanted more people to play World of Warcraft. What does that mean for everybody? That means more people for dungeons, more people for raids, more people, but there's also cons. There's going to be more people in the queue. There's going to be more crowded. So with Microsoft's big cojones, so to say, or their big influence, I think they could fix the server problem. Now, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go back to Cataclysm. Starting back when it first launched. What happened when it first started? Boom! It disappeared. We don't know what happened. And we look at Warlords of Draenor's launch. It wasn't too bad, but, it was still laggy. We had people. I was up all night. I actually skipped school that day just to play World of Warcraft so I could play the launch with my cousin and my sister. That was a good... I enjoyed that night. Even though we had a very hard time playing anything, it was like one of those things where, hey, we're having some problems with staying connected. But we got through it. Warlords of Draenor, though, on the off-topic, off-size, is, it has its good things, it has its bad things. The drought was a big problem. A lot of people didn't like it. Now with Shadowlands coming in second to Draenor, I just don't see that. Shadowlands has so much more content in so many different ways than Warlords did not. Legion was probably the best I've ever seen since Wrath of the Lich King. This is my personal opinion. What is your favorite expansion? Put it there in the comments section. If you're new, say hello to the stream. We'd love to see you. Thank you very much for popping in today. So what we're talking about right now is the possibility of World of Warcraft going onto different platforms. Now, because of the Microsoft acquisition, we noticed that the FCC might not approve the acquisition because of monopoly laws. However, the market in the big range of aspects here, the market's huge, okay? But Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, those big folks, they hold a bigger stake in the gaming market. So, that ruling is kind of, that statement is kind of broad because, if you control the majority of the market, as far as, like, the dominance, you're going to have some more issues with giving more fair competition to other people. So, obviously, you have some of the other publishers out there that might need a little bit more help. For example, the CEO, Mike, I believe it was Mike Morhaime, I believe his name was, he started his own company, Dreamhaven, okay? Dreamhaven is another example of another publisher. So, with all this being said, let's just recap what I said before. The acquisition, the big $68.7 billion deal, is going to be finalized in 2023, okay? So here's what we're going to look at World of Warcraft-wise. Phil Spencer wants everybody to play World of Warcraft. We're going to see it on Xbox by the end of 2023, there's no doubt. Okay, it's going to finally happen, so get over it. The cool part about this coming to Xbox is you can plug in your PC keyboard and mouse, so you can play World of Warcraft like it was meant to be on a PC. The difference is it's going to be on a console. It's set. You can't upgrade it. Okay, with a PC you can upgrade it, and that's great news for people that don't want to go out and buy a PC. Would rather have a console. Now, my personal opinion, I love PC. That's going to be always my number one. I do like Sony, so I do like Sony. I would like to see a cross-platform to PlayStation because PlayStation also supports keyboard and mouse. So we want to see that hopefully in the near future. But moving on into some of our top news. And we'll be going into our World of Warcraft series here in just a second. So sit back, and here's what is our top news here soon. Let me go ahead and switch over. Welcome to everybody. So, like I was saying, some of the bigger problems that we're having with, all the big stuff that's going on. We look at the big picture. The big picture is this: this game's gonna come to Xbox. Okay, so we gotta realize that's gonna happen. Completely just forget about that not taking place, which it's going to happen. So some of the characters I've been working on, I've been trying to get this priest up. Honestly, he's level 31. I've gotten really far on him though. Really have. I just don't know what. I have so many characters I've got to work on. Alright, let's see what we got here. See, I got all these level 50s. I've worked so hard on getting them up to that point. Master Chief's who I really would like to work on next. But I've got so many characters. I've even been playing on the Horde a little bit. Don't tell nobody. But, yeah, that's where we're at, folks. Yeah. Bada book, bada boom. So yeah. Now this other paladin that I was working on, he's a Dark Iron Dwarf. So I leveled him up from back then. It was level 20, all the way up to 1 or 50. It's level 10. Level 10 to level 50. And I think this was after the update. This druid I've had for a long time. He's been sticking around. I just don't know what to do with him, honestly. I kind of like how the Boonkin form, the caster part of it, I like how that's laid out. I might work on him sometime. I've always had problems with Rogue. Of course, this is a Night Elf. Or a Void Elf. Sorry, Void Elf. So many frickin' elves. But yeah, I've got this Void Elf here I've been working on. He's been around for a while. He was actually a Horde tune turned started out. I believe he started out Horde. I switched him back to Alliance, Horde, and then back to Alliance. So this is his second time around being in Alliance. But I don't plan on moving him anywhere. This is one of my original Death Knights. I've been trying to figure out what I should do about this character. I'm anticipating something with the Death Knights. With this being a second Death Knight expansion, or overview, honestly, this is really a Death Knight expansion, no doubt about it. We haven't had anything since Wrath of Lich King like that. But we got to explore a little bit more in Legion about the Death Knights, with finally going into certain places. and get more feedback. I honestly believe with the last 3 expansions, they've been focusing in on Arthas. You know, we look at Arthas's mark still on history with World of Warcraft, and you know, we look at it as the bigger picture of it being, yeah, he's left a huge mark. But now, when the Death Knights take what was remaining of his sword, Frostmourne, this is a variation of Frostmourne. That was a big deal. Honestly, I don't know why the current Death Knight, or the current Lich King, or previous Lich King, didn't recreate the Frostmourne sword and continue on where he was. However, we understand this now because this guy was the fighter of the light. But he had to take the place of the Lich King, so somebody had to do it. But with him losing his powers in Shadowlands and experiencing the whole thing of what we know right now, 9.2 is going to be something huge. Because we have a couple of things in play. Here's what we have. We have Sylvanas, that's on her deathbed, that is awoken. Okay? She's going to be coming back as a main playing character, but she's going to have to pay for her consequences of what she's done on the Alliance side, of what she's affected and what she's done. She's broken the veil of life and death, essentially. She's not only done that, she's destroyed innocent lives, have become what she fought against in the original Warcraft saga. Hang on a second, guys. Let me just pause right here. I'll be right back.